It's 1944. You're a German soldier freezing on a mountainside in Italy. You haven't slept in days. You've watched your friends die. And you tell yourself one thing: it can't get any worse than this. Then you see something move. It's standing on two legs, over 6 feet tall, 500 pounds of muscle and fur, walking straight at you, carrying a crate of artillery shells. You blink, you're not dreaming. It's a bear, and this bear is not wild. It has a name, a rank, a serial number, a paybook, just like yours. He's a soldier in the Polish army, and he's here to bury you. His name was Wojtek, the only bear to ever go to war and win. Yeah, you read that right. A real bear, a beer-drinking, cigarette-smoking, Nazi-fighting bear who outranked some of his own men. Animals in war is nothing new. Carthage threw war elephants at Rome. Hannibal dragged them over the Alps in World War I. Horses, camels, dogs, and pigeons hauled ammo and carried messages, but none of them got a promotion, none of them signed up as a soldier. And to understand how, we go back 2 years. It's 1942. A group of Polish soldiers has just been freed from Soviet prison camps, half-starved, exhausted, and far from home. Their orders: cross Asia on foot, push through Iran, and reach British forces in Palestine. It was brutal. People died on the road. Then, outside the town of Hamadan, in the middle of the desert, the column stops. Because there's a kid, a young shepherd boy. Nothing unusual about him, except his backpack is moving, wriggling, squirming, like something's alive inside. Because it was a bear cub, tiny, orphaned. Hunters had shot its mother, and the boy had saved it. The starving soldiers took one look and fell completely in love. The boy was willing to sell. They scraped together all they had: some Persian coins, chocolate, a Swiss army knife, and a tin of beef. Deal done. For a snack and a pocket knife, the army had bought a bear. They named him Wojtek, the joyful warrior. At first he couldn't even swallow, so they fed him condensed milk from an empty vodka bottle, like a baby. But Wojtek grew fast, and he picked up every habit the soldiers had. He ate fruit, honey, and syrup, and he loved beer. At the campfire, the men passed bottles around, and Wojtek took his turn, drinking straight from the bottle. He smoked too, sort of. He refused an unlit cigarette. It had to be lit first, then one puff, and he swallowed it whole, and nobody stopped to think that beer and cigarettes might be bad for a bear. Instead, they leveled up. They started wrestling him. For fun, he won every time. Torn shirts, new respect for nature, which raises one question. How did anyone invade a country full of men who wrestled bears for fun? He marched with the unit, he slept in their tents, and this is real. He learned to salute. Here's where it gets serious. Wojtek loved showers, loved them. He learned to turn the taps himself. He'd stand under the hot water for ages, draining the camp's hot water and leaving everyone freezing, so they put a lock on the door. But that didn't stop him. Every day he checked the handle just in case, and one day it was open. He sensed something was off and crept inside. Then a scream. A man bolted out of the stalls, an enemy spy hiding in the showers who'd just met a bear in the dark. The soldiers grabbed him, and he was so terrified he told them everything, including a raid about to hit their position. Wojtek caught a spy. His reward? A long, hot shower. By 1943, the unit was sent to Italy. One problem: the British ships had a rule. No pets, and a bear in a war zone seemed like a bad idea. But they'd raised him from a tiny cub. They were not leaving him, so they found a loophole. They enlisted him, officially, into the Polish army as a private, with his own paybook, his own rank, and a serial number. He wasn't a pet anymore, he was a soldier, and soldiers board the ship. They built him a crate, and off to Italy he went, and here the joke stops. The Battle of Monte Cassino, 1944, one of the bloodiest battles of the entire war. Wojtek watched his soldiers do the same brutal job, hauling crates of artillery shells up to the front line, under fire for hours. So Wojtek, nobody ordered him, got up and started helping. He picked up the shell crates, 100 pounds each, boxes that took 4 men he carried alone, walked them to the guns, stacked them on the trucks, and in the middle of the battle he never dropped a single shell. For that, Wojtek was promoted to corporal. A bear carrying a shell became the official emblem of his whole company. It's still their badge today. A bear because he earned it. When the war ended, the unit was disbanded in 1947, and Wojtek was sent to Edinburgh Zoo. One problem: Wojtek didn't like other bears at all. Can you blame him? He'd spent his life drinking lager with the lads. The other bears were just too bare for him, so he got his own enclosure and became a celebrity. His old comrades never forgot him. They'd visit, hop the fence, and climb in for one more wrestle. They brought him beer and cigarettes. Lid, of course. Wojtek died in 1963. 21 years old. A good run for a bear who lived like that. Today there are statues of him in Krakow, in Edinburgh, and beyond. A soldier, a comrade, and the greatest beer drinking, spy catching, Nazi fighting bear the world has ever seen. Period. So next time your day is rough, remember, a bear once carried artillery shells through a battlefield, caught a spy in the shower, and got promoted for it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.